What's up, you guys? I was gonna come out here and get a run in, but they got a soccer game going on, so no one's allowed to run on the track. So I figured I'd do a quick video about some of the things I was thinking about earlier today. As I was looking through my accounts, I noticed that today is December 1st, which marks 2 years of me dropshipping on eBay. And I think about a year of me dropshipping on Amazon, which is pretty crazy. It's a long time, but all the stuff that I've kind of gone through in the last 2 years has been pretty crazy if you think about it. But yeah, so I sold my first item on December 1st in 2016, and I remember the day I sold it. It was I was so happy. I started listing items I think 2 or 3 weeks before that, and I was at Chipotle with my brother, and I remember I heard the PayPal ding, and I got my first sale. It was for a vacuum cleaner, a rigid vacuum cleaner, and it was like $150. And then I checked it and I went to fulfill the order, and I had to cancel it because it was out of stock. And that's before I started using any software or anything, so I was happy, but I was disappointed. But I knew, hey, I sold my first item, and I got that sale. So I think that the next sale I got was like 2 or 3 days later after that, and then I kind of started getting like a sale every other day, and then getting a sale each day. And yeah, man, it's just crazy though to think that I only started like 2 years ago, and my goal in the beginning was really to kind of just relieve a little bit of my income. And then I found out about Thailand, and I remember thinking, man, I just want to go live out in Thailand. I've seen like the digital nomad life. I've seen people like Johnny FD and Riley, and those guys are out here living, doing drop shipping and FBA and some other things. And I remember thinking, man, if I could just make like, 2 or 3 grand, I could live out in Thailand and kind of free up my time and start working on the business more. And yeah, man, it's just crazy though. Like, it's been 2 whole years of me drop shipping on eBay, and my first couple months I remember were not even profitable. At the time, there wasn't that much information online. We had the Udemy course, which David Vu put out, and he had like a Q&A discussion section in there where we kind of talked. And that's actually where I met Dropship Tyler. I remember posting something on there, and he hit me up and he emailed me, and then we kind of just started talking after that. And we would do this accountability thing where we would put down in a Google sheet like how many items we listed that day, and like kind of some of the things that we accomplished. And then we would, someone got a goal. But yeah, so me and Tyler would have this accountability thing going on where we would just list down how many items we got listed that day and any accomplishments we had, and then we would mastermind back and forth. And I think that's something that's like really important when you're first starting out any business, is just having that accountability with somebody else, not having to just rely on yourself, because as self-motivated as you may be, it's like having someone there for accountability, you're just gonna do more in the end. So I think it's super important whenever you start a new project to find someone right away, someone that's like on the same level as you too, because you don't want to be doing it with somebody who is way behind you, because it's not going to be motivating for you, and you're going to just basically be teaching them. And same thing as I know a lot of people in the beginning, they want to mastermind with people that are doing way better than them, but it's good every once in a while to talk to people like that. But I still think it's best if you work with people or mastermind with people that are around the same level as you, because it's more relatable and you guys are able to talk about similar things, if that makes sense. But yeah, it was good having Tyler, because we were both, he was a bit ahead of me at the time. He started a little bit before me, and but we had a lot of value to give to each other, and the whole accountability thing really helped. So that's one of my tips though. Like, if you're just getting started on eBay or doing any business, really just find someone who's around the same level as you and have that accountability, and make sure that you guys hold each other accountable. And I think you'll get a lot further than if you were to just do things on your own. And I still do that today. Like, I'll still find people who are drop shipping on eBay and Amazon and mastermind with them and talk to them every day. And there's always something that you know that they don't know. Even though you might not think so, you just don't know what other people know. So you might have some information they don't know, and then you say it one day and they're like, oh, that's amazing, I didn't think about doing that. And vice versa too. They might have something that you don't know and they teach you, and you kind of go back and forth, and then you may learn something from someone else, and you guys kind of all mastermind. And the more people you have to mastermind, the better. So don't be afraid of like hitting people up on Facebook. If you see someone asking a question that you recently had, maybe they're around the same level as you. So you can just hit them up and be like, hey, I seen you talking on there. Like, do you need help with anything? Like, maybe I can help you out, or maybe we could hold each other accountable. And I think that's a really good first step when it comes to any business, but even like especially something like eBay dropshipping, because I know that eBay and Amazon dropshipping is like a beginner business. So when you're first starting out, I feel like you're a lot more fragile. If you're doing like your second or third business, you kind of know what to do. Having someone hold you accountable in those times is still good, but if you have a bit of experience, it's a little bit easier for you to stay on track and keep yourself accountable. But when you're just starting off in the beginning, I think it's great to have someone there to help you out. But yeah, I kind of just wanted to talk about that. And it's crazy though, like how I've been out here for 2 years now, and I've pretty much just been doing drop shipping the whole time, and it's afforded me to live out here in Thailand and travel around to places like Bali and Vietnam and back and forth to the US and stuff like that. I definitely do want to get into some other business types because I feel like eBay, like I said a second ago, eBay and Amazon dropshipping, as great as they are and as much money as you can make, I still think they are beginner type businesses. And I think that after you've kind of conquered it and you kind of automate it and have some money coming in, you should start looking into other things so you can expand your skills, because we get it pretty easy on eBay and Amazon. We got the traffic coming to us, so you don't really need to learn how to do paid traffic or learn other free ways of traffic. Or even do like content creation or anything like that. It's really just a cut and paste model. So I don't think it's that much of a challenge, after your first maybe year of doing it. But it is an amazing beginner business. I think it's something that a lot of people should start off with, especially if they're not too confident about starting a business. It really kind of like holds your hand, and it's like a small stepping stone into a lot of other business models. And I know a lot of other drop shippers think the same way. I've talked to Tyler, I've talked to Paul, I've talked to a lot of people, and they kind of feel the same way, I feel like. And yeah, that's pretty much it, I think. Recently, I also wanted to talk about the whole drop in impressions and drop in sales thing that happened in April. So eBay dropshipping has been doing well all the way up till like April of this year, and something happened where eBay changed the algorithm, or we don't know what it is still. Like, no one's really completely figured it out, but we know that Amazon has kind of flagged dropshippers, and they've made it, eBay's flagged dropshippers and made it a little bit harder for us to make sales. And that doesn't mean we can't make sales anymore. It doesn't mean that it's dead or anything like that. It's just that you just gotta think of new creative ways to expand and to grow your business, just like anything else. So I got really I wasn't as motivated in April when that price drop happened, but I didn't think too much of it. I kept working on the business, but over the months it kept decreasing, and I would spend a bit more time drop shipping on Amazon because it would bring more money in, and the amount of time put into Amazon and the outcome from it was a lot better than what I was getting from eBay. But with that being said, I think that recently I've seen a lot of people who've had some really good success on eBay, and people who have created new accounts, which is one of the things that I've done. And then there's also people who have turned their accounts around, really just kind of like fought that drop in in impressions and sales and really just turn their store around. So it's really motivating to see people, doing that. And despite the fact that eBay has like flagged people and made it harder for us to make sales, people found a way around it. And that's something I want you guys to take away from this video, is that when something like this happens, you really just got to be creative. And this is where the whole masterminding and talking to other people in the industry really helps, because maybe one person finds something out and they tell you, and that's something that'll fix your store. So just try not to get too unmotivated when something like that happens. I know I have over the past couple months, but recently I kind of had a change of heart, and just seeing other people do it has really inspired me to get back into it and really push to start making sales again and get kind of back to where we were before, and beyond that, of course. But yeah, just wanted to do a quick recap, man. It's been 2 years, like I said, since I sold my first product. I went from, just selling one product to selling, at one point I was selling like 100 products a day, which is insane. And things have just been going so good lately. And I'm just happy where everything has gone with this whole business. Even though it is like a real beginner business, it's been able to like open my mind, and I really feel like I've grown a lot this year, these past 2 years. A lot more than when I was in college, actually, which is crazy. Because the thing about it is, like, when you're on your own and when you're creating this business, like when you're on your own, like living out here is one thing, and then relying on yourself to create a business and to sustain that business, it takes a lot of work, a lot of courage, and yeah, I just feel like it's really helped me grow a lot, and I'm just happy that I took the leap and came out here. And like I said, at first, man, I wasn't even profitable. I remember thinking like, I would stay up till like 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning working, just sitting at the co-working space thinking like, man, I really got to make this work. It's not working now, but I got faith, and I'm going to just keep working at it. Because I really want this, and I really want to, stay living out here and living that digital nomad lifestyle, and being location independent. So you just got to push and figure out new creative ways. If there's one person doing it, that means that you can do it too. And you really got to change your mindset and switch it to thinking that you can really do more, and really thinking that it's possible to do so much more. You look at people like Matt Gambrell, and I don't remember his exact figures, but I know he's a millionaire from Amazon dropshipping. So if he can do it, and there's other people too. There's plenty of people that don't have YouTube channels or not active on Facebook or anything like that. If you guys go check out Dropship Tyler's most recent video, he had a guy on who he was doing like 10K sales days on eBay right now, after the drop, after the impression drop, which is crazy. So go check that video out. It's cool to see someone who's crushing it. But yeah, man, like when you see people that are really still crushing it and still doing it, it just motivates you. And there's no excuses for you not to do it. You just gotta change your processes, change your system, improve on your system, and just come up with new creative ways to make it work. So yeah, man, I think that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off here. It looks like the soccer game is all finished. Got a bunch of runners here that are kind of waiting, hop on the field. I'm gonna get a quick run in, get back to work tonight. And if you guys have questions on eBay or Amazon, make sure you hit me up on Instagram at Jeremy D. Boyle, or on Facebook, or in the comments. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. And until next time, peace.